Tomato, when I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Go! 90 Wolf! Get it!
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll throw here. Kaiser. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Kaiser. They're able to locate Wilson. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Richard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. On first down, Richard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there in a Raider first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
On the ground, Richard. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Kaiser. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And some space here. There goes Doug Martin. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Kaiser to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man.
70, Indy.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so... This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio... Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They start the drive with Martin. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Kaiser. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Kaiser, and he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Final play of the half. Kaiser rolling to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. Melvin Gordon has a touchdown there. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Martin. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. But Martin now in his 2nd season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. 3rd and short yardage, Kaiser. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. 1st down, here's the run with Martin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, Richard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Martin, and they're able to get this one across the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Catch made, it's Moreau. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a 10th carry here for Martin. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser, they'll buy some time right. And finding the tight end Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We got 4.
From the red zone now, Kaiser sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, Martin. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Martin with the potential to really help this Raider running game as they come up here first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Get it.
On second down, Martin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
No. 58, right over there. Yeah.
They run again on first down, Martin. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focusing. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I wanna know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Set and logo.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can save the guy. 3 turns, live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right?
Five.
Turn it up, stop, beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket? Talk about space out. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
8 now.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Let's go. 60 or. Shoot. Ready, ready. 10-2 stop.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. like rocket fuel. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show skills.
Sticky Pittsburgh.
First off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
You know what, man? That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's...
You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop at it. Rep for your bro. When you're post, you're popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods. Coming out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. First off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead. Easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. First off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the start of Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's our first transatlantic game of the year, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as a home team taking on their former All-Pro Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime. But first, let's get you across the pond to good old London, England. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Come on, set. HG Gator. Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Martin, and an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser, flushed out right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The numbers for Antonio last week. What a ball game. 4 receiving touchdowns.
And he's not just a specialty guy either. They went to him when they were in the red zone. They went to him when they weren't in the red zone. They went to him anytime they could for obvious reasons.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Kaiser now, buying time to his left. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll run on first down. Martin. Give them a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Let's go.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, it's Martin. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose.
Wow. ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Kaiser out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Draw play. This is Martin. Able to avoid him. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. On 3rd down, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Grant. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Kaiser. Dancing to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. I'll let you do the announcement. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Richard, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Kaiser. They'll roll him out right. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for the... There goes Doug Martin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Martin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. On the draw, here's Martin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Kaiser on the move to his left. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Richard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Kaiser forced out to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff to Richard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're holding on. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On first down, it's Martin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the start of Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's our first transatlantic game of the year, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as a home team taking on their former All-Pro Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime. But first, let's get you across the pond to good old London, England. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll run on first down. Martin, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, it's Martin, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Flush to his right, caught by Wilson. And all the way down to the 26.
Here we go.
A big 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Martin. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
You ready? You draw Corker. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Kaiser. Got a man. It's Brown. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
70, Indy.
They'll run. Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They run. Martin. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a run with Martin. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Go there. 8-3. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Martin. There goes Martin, 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st down, it's Martin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run on 1st down. It's Martin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser being chased out left. He's going deep, and this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. On third down, Kaiser steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive. Flushed out right. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 11th touchdown. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. They'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin, his third touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance. I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They run the counter with Martin. Fights free yet again. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. They'll run on first down. It's Martin. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career. And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career. Martin with the potential to really help this Raider running game as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown on the season. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. On first down, it's Martin. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Kaiser sliding out of the pocket. Khalil Mack charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Buying time to his left. And Wilson has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10 from the gun to give to Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Martin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Kaiser dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Kaiser to throw it. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They try again with Martin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert enough? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire...
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out.
working hard. Yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find